I'm going to just run some stats by you about Dele Alli. This is his stats with Everton in the Premier League. 13 appearances, 1 start, and that was in the 5-1 defeat to Arsenal. No goals, no assists. I heard a stat the other day. I don't think he scored in open play since 2020 in the Premier League, which is wild. What's happened? How hard is it to analyse when a footballer who we know has a lot of talent, because we've seen it, suddenly seemingly loses it? How hard is it to figure out why that's happened?
First of all, I like Dele Alli. You know, I met him a couple of times. Seems like a nice lad. But when you watch him, Laura, for me, he looks a bit... He's lost the hunger, you know, for football. And it can happen, Ali. You know, when I don't like to bring up money and what people earn and stuff, but in life in general, you know, sometimes when you earn a certain amount of money so young, it can affect your hunger, you know, to carry on playing at the highest level. And that's what I see when I see Dele Alli. I don't see him in Everton games or his later stages at Spurs, someone who looks hungry, you know. And it's a shame to see. He's 26. Should he be going to Besiktas at 26? I don't think so. But when you first come and Frank Lampard come in, Frank Lampard was excited. You've seen the little clips of Frank Lampard hugging him and excited. And if you're not going to succeed under Frank Lampard, who your game was probably based on, late runs into the box, it's not a good sign, is it? Ali,
that's what I was thinking was going to happen. I was really excited for him to be pairing up with Frank Lampard, because I thought maybe it's the comparison of the other managers that he's had. Maybe Frank's going to be the one with the arm around him that he needs. Again, it just doesn't seem to have worked out.
No, you know something, we're all kind of guessing and surmising what the reasons are, but you know, there's probably an element of what Gabby says is correct, in the respect that he's probably fallen out of love with the game a little bit, you know, because I mean, I used to love watching Dele Alli, you know, the fiery temperament, you know, the talent, the aggression, the ability, and it looks as though the fire, if it hasn't gone out, is certainly, you know, just about out. I mean, I can't believe it. At 26 years of age, that, you know, if you'd asked me 4 years ago at the World Cup, you know, where will Dele Alli be in you'd have thought he'd be at the top of the world, man. You'd have thought after that performance at the World Cup, you thought, dear me. And I'm not kidding you on. You actually thought this fella could be playing with Real Madrid or Barcelona or wherever it may be, you know, one of the massive clubs. And sadly, for whatever reason, it's gone in the opposite direction. And it's a little bit like agey. I know it sounds crazy now, but a little bit like agey. But if he goes to Turkey, is it the end of his career? No. But dear me, what a setback that is.
I think as well. Look at like Ross Barkley as well, Laura. You know, there's a few, Ali, that have had such a great start to their careers as youngsters and then sort of faded away. And even Ross Barkley now at Chelsea, there's talk of maybe Celtic, and Celtic a top club, but you'd fancy a Premier League club to take Barkley, but maybe no one's interested. So it's a shame to see for these players, because England's starters not that long ago, and now look.
On that topic, we opened the phone lines 03717 223344 for you guys to come on and have you say about Dele Alli. Dan is actually a Celtic fan and he's called up. Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Morning all, how we doing?
Yeah, we're good.
Doing well, thanks. We're talking earlier on, Dan. I'm guessing, I'm surmising, I don't know, but you would take Dele Alli at Celtic, because I'd take him at Rangers, mate.
Not in the slightest, Alan. I think it won't be for me to talk too many positive and nice things about Rangers, but I think you're doing your cause in the team a disservice. Dele Alli coming up here, and you don't know the success. Categorically, he's done absolutely nothing in 4 years. He would get nowhere here or in Celtic midfield. What has he done to deserve to come in and play automatic Champions League football? Absolutely nothing. The way expectations to play with the Celtic or Rangers doesn't seem like something that he would embrace. You're talking about Rangers, Ali, a month ago, we got to a UEFA Cup final.
Yeah.
What has he done? What has he done to deserve that moving again? Look for the member Joey Barton Championship Player of the Year coming up. You know, given it that he was going to do this, that, and the other. And listen, like many others that come from down south, they underestimate the intensity and the expectation of playing at such big clubs. And, you know, certainly Celtic and Rangers, the quality is on the up. And I don't think the lad's done anything to deserve that kind of move.
Yeah. I take your point, Dan, totally. The only way I'm thinking is if he would be prepared to come in a kind of, you know, maybe pay as you play. The problem is that one of the massive problem is that these guys run so much money now that, you know, that it's so important, and understandably they don't want to take a drop. All I'm thinking is he's now probably drinking in the last chance saloon, you know, and I'm looking to. And if he goes to Turkey, man, I just can't get it. I just don't get it.
Is it fair on Rangers and Celtic to accept players who are struggling in the Premier League?
I take Dan's point.
Aaron Ramsey's come to Rangers, didn't really offer much. You know, you'd rather the other players you got there, and it's getting harder and harder now. You know, to play at Rangers and Celtic.
I take Dan's point totally, Gabby.
Yeah, you could qualify for the Champions League. You know, and I certainly agree. Barkley, Ramsey, when you come, and even Dele Alli, I don't think it's fair Rangers and Celtic to be like, okay, come to us then. You know, if it's not working out in the Prem, right, we'll have you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't mean that. I don't mean that at all. All I mean is, I don't think we can argue. We haven't seen it in the last couple of years, but I don't think we can argue there's an outstanding talent in there in Dele Alli. Now, I'm thinking if it suited Rangers and Celtic in a kind of pay as you play or something like that, a deal that he wanted to come and prove himself, I think there may be
could he bring the Rolls Royce, Ali, or not? Is that not allowed?
Don't bring up the Rolls Royce.
By the way, I can tell you, and I know where Dan will back me up. There'll be no tyres in it when he comes back out after his training.
Hey, Brazil's back on tomorrow. I wonder what he's going to have to say about this. I told you, it's the Rolls Royce. Just a quick one as well. Charlie Wyatt's offered a bit more information about it in The Sun as well. Says that he's also open to a future MLS move. I don't know whether future means after the next one or if it means he might consider it now. But in terms of the payment to Spurs, so if he played 20 games, Everton would have paid £10 million to Spurs, but he's only played 13 so far. So we'd have to get another 7 in, and then Everton would pay Spurs. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
But Laura,
he's 26, guys.
Ali, but you know what it's like. The politics of football. Everton will know that, Laura. That 7 more games going to cost them. He won't play 7 more games at Everton, Ali. They're not daft.
No,
I've seen it happen to players before when they need a new contract after 1 more appearance. You know, they're not going to play him 7 more games and have to pay Spurs that money.
Yeah, in this case, I suppose if he's not performing enough to warrant starts or appearances in the first place, they're not going to then go, you know what, we'll give you another chance for the next 7 games and we'll be £10 million short, will he?
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.